Yes, respected friends, welcome you all for our daily attempt of studying our Adbhuta Adhyatmika Shastras, mainly Upanishads early in the morning to keep up our inspiration in being spiritual, in trying to understand, do sadhana and know the truth. The pratigna is till the understanding is thorough, till the experience is fully gained, we are not going to compromise for any reason. Narayana. Yes. Yes, friends. लोक सेवक धर्म स्थावक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोत साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत गंभीर संस्कृत भाषा ज्ञातृत्व गुरु उपासक दैव उपासक मननकर्ता चिंतनकर्ता निधिध्यासनकर्ता. These are the Vyaktitvas we'll be focusing on till we become the Anubhavi and Sthayi Bhava in the Anubhava of the Paramatma Vastu. Whatever the knowledge is to be gained, whatever the clarity is to be gained, whatever the doubts to be eliminated, we will be going through all the Shastra Adhyanam only for that. Yes, it takes time, let us give time. Whatever it takes, let us give because the goal that is achieved is very beautiful, very substantial, liberating. Bhagavan is there to help us. Parabrahma Tattva is there to bless us. Jaganmata is there to cooperate with us. Devata Ganas are there to empower us. The Gurus are there to guide us. Shastras are there to support us always. Recognizing their presence, knowing all the techniques by which we invoke their kripa, let us do so and finally be on this path. Morning class, Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Friends, second chapter we have to do last one mantra. Yes, Narayana. Even a mantra before that, 16th one also. We will study it through Bhashya, very precise. 17th we do. Then our second chapter will conclude. Third chapter, Parayanam we will do. Then one by one mantra we try to study with Bhashya. Thank you for being here with the book in hand, pen and paper in hand, listening, trying to note down, trying to understand. Good effort. It doesn't go waste. Lord gives everyone the suitable way of their own sadhana maturity. For us, He has given this job of studying the Shastra, studying the Upanishads. So let us stick to this. Let us make use of these blessings given by Paramatma. Friends, like every day, the five things we do are the chanting of Veda Shanti Mantra with Artha in the mind, Dhyana Purvaka, and then we also have the Prarthana in that, Pratigna in that. Then we will be doing our common sense thought for some time. Then we will go for our Prarthana and Sankalpas, a little chanting of the Upanishad mantra, then our Upanishad mantra, Adhyanam with Bhashyam. Let all this be beautifully done with utmost Shraddha Bhakti. We are starting here. ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणिस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Friends, Vedic chanting we have done in our today's common sense thought. Very precise, very short. That Narayana, wherever we go, we have to have the peace, not the disturbances. If that is the case, first let us prepare ourselves with the peace in mind before we go anywhere. Wherever we go, we have to be with all the values. So, before wherever we go, let us master all the values at one place, wherever we stay there. Same way, wherever we go, we should be able to perform well, respond well to the world, to the situations. Now, unless we prepare with all that required knowledge and is wisdom, how can we, wherever we go, respond in such a manner that the outcome is beautiful, the outcome is positive? More important than all of that is, wherever we go, we have to see the divinity, isn't it? No, if that is our aim of seeing divinity wherever we go, should we not practice seeing divinity at our own home or place, at, wherever we are? So, therefore, our presence when we are in the world should not be liability to the world. Our presence wherever we go, it should be asset. More than this too, wherever we go, the world should be able to give us positive only, world should be able to give us good only. All of that is in our own hands. How best we understand, how best we prepare ourselves, how best we make ourselves ready. On that only all that is depending. And that is why the need of these Shastras, that is why the need of continuously, constantly exposing ourselves to the Jnanam, gaining that Jnanam. Otherwise, everywhere we go, all the things are chaotic and confusing, and we feel, yaar gaya kyun wahan? Isn't it? Why those disappointments? Why those disgraces? Why those miseries in every of the interaction, in every situation, every day, at every moment? Life is always, the uh, preparation and performance. Gain the knowledge from the Shastras, prepare yourself very well, and perform wherever we have to perform. This is how, like in any of the outer worldly sports or educations or talents, we go to the Vidyalaya, gain the Jnanam, do the Abhyasa of it, become master, then do the Upayoga of that Abhyasita Jnana wherever we are. The total life is also like that, which we miss out. The need of the knowledge we never recognize. We continue to be ignorant. When knowledge itself is not there, then how can our practice will be based on knowledge? What we have in the place of knowledge is only ignorances, only confusions, only variety of delusions. They are the ones every day we are deliberately practicing, and we are masters of them. Therefore, wherever we are not performing exactly the way it has to be performed for beautiful positive outcome. That whole thing is called as samsara, and performing wrongly is called as moha, and not knowing properly is called ajnana. So ajnana janita, moha janita is our samsara. If the ajnana is replaced by sujnana and vijnana, and moha is replaced by spashtata, that where I am now, what exactly I have to do. And when the performance is accordingly, then samsara dukkha, instead of that, there will be always sukha and shanti only. Therefore, never neglect knowledge, spiritual knowledge as well as the vyavaharik knowledge. So keep on gaining, keep on gaining. So find the peace inside before going anywhere. Find the knowledge, wisdom inside before going anywhere. Find the values before we go anywhere. Find the vision or ability to see the divinity before going anywhere. And the beautiful fact is what? When the peace is found within me, the values are found within me, the wisdom is found within me, the divine vision is gained by me. Interesting thing is, I need not go anywhere because I have achieved what I have to achieve. Whatever is required, that comes to me automatically. For Loka Sangraha Hetu, we may have to move as per the guidance of the Lord or the Guru Parampara. But otherwise, a ज्ञानी को, a value oriented person को, ये भगवत दृष्टि जिसको मिला है, or who is beautiful valued one, he need not go anywhere. Just be in yourself. Whoever come, they get inspired or influenced, they become better. The meaning of no need to go anywhere means what? Nothing to achieve, no? What is to be achieved is achieved through these things. So, as we are growing in age as a human being, along with our various exposures happening consciously and given exposures? Are we in this way equipping ourselves or not? For tomorrow's better performance, what is my today's practice, today's learning, today's mastery? In that drishti, we have to be consciously. From the mundane matters of dealing with the family members up to the matters of the highest spirituality, we should be keeping on preparing. And generally, we talk that when buddhi is vikasita, then the jnanam comes. But the other way also is correct. Ki, when we keep on trying to gain the jnanam with our purushartha, then buddhi gets vikasita. Isn't it? When we like our classes, we are every day coming. And that is why the knowledge and the buddhi vikasa, slowly, even though it is still there is some unfoldment, buddhi vikasa, at least we are able to little more extent balance ourselves within ourselves and balance ourselves when we are in the world. Why? Buddhi vikasa. Because we are daily gaining the knowledge. So vikasita buddhi gains the knowledge, knowledge makes the buddhi vikasa. These things have come in our Yoga Vasishta Ramayana few months ago in one of the Sarga Vasishtiji was teaching. Whatever. So the point is what? Without preparation, let us not go into the world. That conscious preparation, like the child prepares well with his homework or prepares well for the examination, then only he goes. For us also, every day, every situation is an examination. We can't afford to fail there. Pass hona hai, so we have to well prepare, properly prepare, thoroughly prepare. The preparations are these only: the Divya Drushti, the God vision, the Jnanam to properly respond, to have peace and to give the peace, and to behave with values and make the world comfortable in our presence. Values, Shanti, wisdom, Bhagavad Drushti, these four are the ones. With values, we impress the world. They trust us, they love us. With wisdom, we correctly, timely respond there. With peace and agitation, with peace and non agitation, these two things we properly execute. With the peace in mind, the values and wisdom are properly utilized wherever we are. And the ultimate is सर्वत्र भगवत दृष्टि. वो तो सबसे महान, सबसे अद्भुत, सबसे सुंदर. कोई, because others are not doing all this, it may not be right, it may be wrong, so let me also not do. That type of notion the mind enters into. No, people don't do because they don't know. Their acharyas, gurus have not told, but your acharyas have told, from the authority of the shastras. Therefore, we have to see divinity. We have to have that wisdom to tackle every situation so consciously. And what helps for both of that is the peace of mind. And all these three are given to us, and we can gain them when our life is systematical, beautiful, based on the eternal values and the what do you call the changing present values. Eternal values also we must know and master them, and the values which change time to time in the world. Value means, let us say, the etiquettes or the expressions समय समय पर कुछ बदलते हैं, कोई नहीं बदलने वाले वैल्यूज होते हैं. लाइक सत्यम, अहिंसा, क्षमा गुण, प्रेम, निस्वार्थता, निरहंकारता, त्याग. These values are eternal. But the other ways of living life, as the times change, they change for various reasons. So, society changes, some of the behavioral values change. Society changes. Like for earlier time, go into anybody's house, they will welcome you. Atithi Devo Bhava. That was a value, but now it cannot be. People are busily engaged in their own schedules. So without appointment, we can't go and say that कि अतिथि देवो भव और मेरा पूजा करो. This value has changed now. You have to take appointment and then appointed Atithi you can be, but not disappointing Atithi that you just to go without informing. And there are already 10 programs they got. And the world is such one now, कोई time का भी हिसाब किताब नहीं. Isn't it? If your children are working with some Western company, or midnights they work. Therefore, daytime they have to sleep. You all know when you order something on online, what time he brings, we don't know. We have to wait for it. Everything is uh, not that way systematic, smooth that you can just take things lightly. Even the people come to home for service, they also have a particular times and all. You all know that. I need not say. All this is explained to say that the Atithi Deva Bhava is not possible. Like that, so many values, according to the times, may change. That also we must know, isn't it? तो अर्लियर टाइम में ना किसी घर जाए तो मिठाई वगैरह सब ले जाते थे. अब पीपुल डोंट एक्सपेक्ट इट, डोंट फील इट. ले आए करके इतने चाव से खाते थे तब. अब पता नहीं कहाँ से लेके आया. दे कीप माउफेस ओनली. Even in programs like Shadi and all, they are writing there, don't give us gifts karke. Up that's changed now because give money what we want, we buy and use. What you give may not be useful to us. है ना. आजकल पहले ऐसा नहीं था. शादी हो रहा है, नया घर सेटअप करें. So all those who are going to attend to that marriage, they will sit and decide. तुम अलमीरा दे दो, मैं टेबल दे दूंगा, तुम ना वो किचन के सामान दे दो. So that's how they used to decide. You all know it, no? That's how. But the eternal values don't change. That selflessness, the egolessness, the forgiveness, isn't it? Ready to help others. ये सारे वैल्यू. तो ये सबको भी प्रिपेयर करने से ना एक पॉजिटिव स्टेमिना, शांति अंदर आता है. Remember, all Ashantis in us are for two reasons. One, basically the Tattva Jnanam we don't have. Second side, we are not practicing positive values, therefore we are practicing the negative values. Remember, कोई जो नेगेटिव वैल्यू छोड़कर पॉजिटिव वैल्यू में रहता है, his self confidence is enormous. His peace in mind is so beautiful. Never it is disturbed. So too the one who has understood or known the truth, he also will be very calm and quiet. So in today's common sense thought, the discussion is prepare yourself very well before you go to perform. Every performance should be spectacular, beautiful for yourself and also for the world outside. Never give up that preparation. And these are the preparations. Find spare time for that preparation. Study Shastras, note all those points, remember them. Isn't it? In this way, it a continuously preparation. And once I prepared, सब कुछ हो गया, ऐसा भी नहीं कह सकते. There are many, many, many more things to learn. And also, whatever is learned also has to become deeper and stronger, should not be forgotten. For that sake also, we have to remind every day. Many have do so, but only at the body level. For the body, daily food we give, daily cleaning we give. Some of us give daily exercise also. But we are not the only body, no? Body to actually least have. But inner equipment of our mind and intellect, they are the main performers. They are the main responders. They are the main doers. They are the main achievers. So should we not equip them? The mind with all positive emotions, etc. The intellect with all the beautiful wisdom. Lacking these, therefore, for small little issues also, there is big, big tragedy or problem everywhere. होने की जरूरत नहीं हो. We have to spread that peace. We have to spread that joy wherever we go. Somebody should start it. That person can be our own selves. So let us mind it. Prepare well in the wisdom, in the divine drushti, in the shanti, in all the positive values. And wherever we go, that alone should express without any compromise for any reason. बस हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे, जहां भी रहेंगे अपने वैल्यूज को भरपूर अभ्यास कर प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, अपने शांति को मेंटेन करेंगे और बहुत बढ़िया सा ज्ञान के साथ ऐसा व्यवहार करेंगे कि लाभ हो ना हो, नष्ट नहीं होना। एंड फाइनली, फॉर द सेक ऑफ आवर ओन आध्यात्मिक प्रगति, दिव्य दृष्टि मीन्स भगवत दृष्टि। दिव्य दृष्टि मीन्स एबिलिटी टू सी द डिविनिटी in every place, every object, every person, every situation, every अनुभूति। और ये सबसे बड़ा प्रैक्टिस है, ये कर लो तो बाकी सारा व्यवहार की जरूरत ही नहीं। जो आत्मानुभव में है उनको सब भगवान दिख रहे हैं, तो उनको व्यवहार है ही नहीं। बाय द वे, बट till that ultimate reach of totally establishing in the self comes to us, these are also essential. Think about it, and even train to the next generation also. Prepare well, thoroughly, don't take it lightly, then perform well, so that every interaction is a success as an achievement. Right, friends? Let us do our Mangalacharana shlokas and Sankalpa. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसथा अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तर्षिमुनिगुरुदेवतादर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं अस्मिन् सनातनधर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिसमस्त मन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयभूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। Can we chant the mantras 16 and 17? Om Eshah Devah Pradisho Nu Sarvaha Purvo Hajatah Sa Ugarbhe Antah Sa Eva Jatah Sa Janishyamanaha Pratyang Janan Stishtati Sarvato Mukha यो देवो अग्नौ यो अप्सो यो विश्वं भुवनम् आविवेश य ओषधीषु यो वनस्पतिषु तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः. Friends, as we are doing every day, 4 5 things, and the Upanishad Adhyanam, 1 or 2 shlokas or 1 shloka with Bhashya, we are able to study. To keep up the continuity, each of us have to do the homework also to study the earlier portions and know what is the topic that is being continuously developed. The latest two topics are: one is when the Atma Anubhuti is gained, what are the physiological or inside the signposts or the symptoms we develop just to tell to us that we are on the path. Second is what? When the Atmanubhuti is gained, how it looks like. Now the third one is what is the glory of that Atma Swarupa or Atmanubhuti or Atma Vastu. You know, as we have seen in the 15th shloka, it was Muchyate Sarva Pashaihi. From all bondages one gets liberated. When and what condition? Brahma Tattvam Atma Tattvena Yuktaha Yada Prapashyet. When a yogi, a sadhaka, prapashyet, without doubt, fully established in the experience of the Brahma Tattva as the Atma Tattva. See the clarity and the 4 words employed. The Atma Swarupa told with one Shabda, Deepopamenena, and the Brahma Shabda, Brahma Tattva is explained as Ajam Dhruvam Sarva Tattvair Vishuddha. है ना? अब वेदांत में क्या होता है ना, एक बात पकड़ लो। परमात्मा का जो स्वरूप या लक्षण बताते हैं उसको करना ही साधना है। लाइक यहाँ बताया है अजम। सो टेलिंग टू वन सेल्फ that I am that birthless Brahman, or recognizing within ourselves that which is birth and modification and change and deathless one. So to Dhruvam, what is that Dhruvat Vastu in me? Recognize it or remain Dhruvam when everything that is changing. So to the most important one is third one, Sarva Tattvair Vishuddha. What are the tattvas here? Avidya से लेकर के अविद्या जनित त्रिगुणास, from the triguna expressed panchamahabhutas, from the panchamahabhuta bed stula sukshma karanatva at the stula and sukshma level. All of that is sarva tattva. So in the pure Brahman, they are all not there. Therefore, slowly uh, getting ourselves away from these things. ये सारे जितना व्यवहार के लिए जरूरत है उपाधियां, उतना ही उसमें रहो। बाकी जब कभी हो सके और करते हुए कीप withdrawing from them. For that only they tell us maintain that drashta bhava, maintain that sakshi bhava. You understand? All of them are to make us achieve this state of Aham Brahmasmi, which is Sarva Tattvair Vishuddham. When this were realized, Muchyate Sarva Pashaihi, that was said. There will be no more any Pasha, the bondage. You know, when in that realization of the self, the delusion, the ignorance, that Maya just dwindles away. How many times in how many places, how many Beautiful examples are given. The best of the example is what? As the sun is rising on the horizon, all the mist, fog, it gets dissolved. Then the drishti, which was earlier unseeable, and a zero visibility as you have in North India, so the drishti becomes spashta. In the same way, as the Atmanubhuti comes to us, so too the Maya Moha goes away. Then that Samyak Drishti comes, that everything is that alone. That is reality, solid, substantial. All else is only an appearance and disappearance. And to understand and accept everything is appearance and disappearance costs nothing. Never ever it is difficult because every moment that's what is happening. अब बस क्या है, we have in our mind some strong deeper notions that something are permanent and some things have to be permanent. That notion in us not able to make us see that things are continuously changing. And what Vedanta says, the mere fact that things continuously changing itself says that they are mithya, because mithya means that which never stays same all the time, isn't it? And the a wise person understands this also. By the way, for Vyavahara we are sharing that he knows if something is good from some person is coming, let us say wife or husband, he knows that or they know that it is not permanent. Therefore, how to respond to that, that much they do. And when it goes away, that good behavior from other person, they are balanced. Because पहले ही पता है हमको जाएगा. So too from other person when bad behavior comes of anger etc. they know यार ये भी permanent नहीं है. So therefore they just withhold themselves and when it goes away they just relaxed. They are already relaxed in fact. And that is the meaning of Sukha Dukhe Same Krutva, Labha Labho Same Krutva, Jaya Jayo Same Krutva. Why? Because they cannot be stable. If you go on jumping with their arrival and departure, you will not be stable. A Jnani knows that the truth alone is permanent. Everything is coming and going. So remain in the truth and watch the tamasha of the things coming and going. इसी को साक्षी भाव कहते हैं. Don't get attached more than what you have to respond. See that how much that beautiful calmness, quietness in the mind prevails. In such mind, can there be any excitements, tensions, worries, anxieties, fears? Chance ही नहीं होता. That is the meaning of ज्ञात्वा देवम मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. The 15th mantra. Good. Now, lot more can be discussed as we will see. Some more mantras will come in future. But this is a very powerful mantra. यदात्मतत्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेन युक्तः प्रपश्येत अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः is a beautiful complete sweet mantra. In simple language only, what is to be done, what is achieved is said. What is achieved is the muchyate sarvapashaihi, and what is to be done is prapashyet. Brahma tattvam atma tattvena pashyet. And that Brahman is ajam dhruvam sarvatattvair vishuddham, and the Atman is deepopamenena. In Vedanta, in Adhyatmikata, the one of the important, best, and beautiful thing is what? There is nothing to do to create a situation, to get something, to go somewhere. Whatever is there, you just realize it unambiguously. And visualize it unambiguously. Like here, what is said, we need not make the Brahman ajam. No, is already ajam, you realize it. We need not make the Brahman dhruvam. Is already dhruvam, we just have to know. And we need not जबरदस्ती कुछ करके ये सर्वतत्व विशुद्धम करने की जरूरत नहीं है वो. He is already free from all tattvas. Nothing touches him. Bas recognize that one. In the same way, the self is Deepa Upama. Therefore, need not bring a lamp, put the oil and wick and karpur and light it. कोई जरूरत नहीं है. You are basically Deepa Swarupa Chetana. Bas abide in it. Know it and abide in it. That's it. Thank God in Vedanta, unlike the Karmadi Marga, that lots of struggles to do something is not there. And the unfortunate thing in karma marga is, with all the struggles whatever we do to gain something, anything comes again it goes away, because it is not permanent, it is created. Anything created gets again destroyed also. Luckily, the Atma Tattva is the recognition of the Atman which is ever there. आध्यात्मिकता मतलब जो ऑलरेडी है उसको रिकॉग्नाइज करना है, therefore it doesn't go away. So it's better to realize the self than trying to get everything which definitely get destroyed, isn't it? यही विवेक को नित्यानित्य विवेक कहते हुए, नित्य को पकड़ो, ये सब अनित्य है, उसमें फंसो मत. दैट्स व्हाट दे से. Now, friends, let's come to our Solaha mantra, Sambandha Bhashya, Mantrocharana, Bhashya Samhita, Adhenam. Then we go to the next one also. Paramatmanam Atmatvena Vijaniyat iti Uktam. The Supreme Brahman has to be realized as the Self. This is what is said. Tadeva Sambhavayan Aha. That Parabrahma, that Atma, that Brahmatmaikya Bodha, its glory is told here. So here all the three things. Brahman is of this nature, Atman is of this nature. When the Brahmatmakya Bodha is gained, you will find yourself to be like that. Wonderful mantra. We have seen yesterday with Bhasha. Let us go through. Start. Eshah devah pradishonu sarvah पूर्वोह जातः स उगर्भे अन्तः स एव जातः स जनिष्यमाणः प्रत्यङ्जनान्स्तिष्ठति सर्वतोमुखः. अगेन एषः देवः प्रदिशोऽनु सर्वाः पूर्वोह जातः सौगर्भे अन्तः स एव जातः स जनिष्यमाणः प्रत्यङ्जनान्स्तिष्ठति सर्वतोमुखः. Okay, directly we go to Bhashya because literal meaning we saw yesterday. So, Eshaha iti. Bhagavan Adi Shankara says, Eshaha iti, this mantra I am explaining. Please listen. I am giving the Bhashya. What is it? Eshaha eva devaha. This alone is Paramatma, the Brahma Tattva, the Atma Tattva. Pradishaha. So, Pratyadya dishaha. Upadishaha cha sarvaha. The main four directions which we talk based on the sunrise and sunset as east and west and north and south. Corresponding to that, the Upadishas which we talk about northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest, and the Urdhva and the Adho. This northeast, northwest, etc. In Sanskrita Bhasha, they are called as Ishanya Disha, Vayavya Disha, Agneya Disha, Nairuti Disha. Then Pura, Paschim, Uttara, Dakshina, and then the Urdhva and the Adho. Mind you, they are all Kalpita in the Akash. Mind Akasha is in the Mana, Mana is in Paramatma. Therefore, all of them are Paramatma only. And then to a Atma Jnani, all dishas he will experience as himself. That's the meaning of Eshaha Devaha Pradishaha Anusarvaha. So this Paramatma alone is all dishas. I am that Paramatma. Therefore, all dishas are me. Therefore, where am I? With the Stula Sharira Tadatmya, only in this one place. But Atma Drushtya, Sarvaye Disha, Sarvasu Dishasu Ahamasmi. I am there in all directions or places or space. So I am Sarva Vyapaka. हो गया? Very clear. Esha Deva Pradishonu Sarva is equal to I am in all places. I am Sarva Vyapaka. This thing spoken in Ishadi Upanishad in a different language. What is said there is, wherever the mind goes, as if before the mind goes, the self is already reached there. It appears like that. Wherever the mind goes, as if the self has gone already before the mind reaches there. Why is it so? Because the self is everywhere there as Satchidananda. Na? So, in that Satchidananda Sarva Vyapakatva, some Rupa Nama is somewhere projected, and here an equipment mind is projected. So, the mind is going to embrace that object. But before the mind is projected here, self is here already. Before the object is projected there, self is there already. In the self only the mind and the object projected. The why? Because mind is the self is sarva vyapaka. It is ever there. So tadejati, tadvaichati, taddure, tadantike, tadantarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya bahyataha. All these mantras that talk about that. That comes in another two, three Upanishads also. This self is the this commentary is given by Adi Shankara Bhagwan for this mantra of the Ishavasya. अनेजदेकम मनसो जवीय मनसे ही जवीय है. It is faster than the mind. नैन देवा आपनुवन again पूर्वमर्षतु. Then one तद्धावतोऽन्यानत्येति तिष्ठत् तस्मिन्नपो मातरिश्वा दधाति. Anejat, he doesn't move. It is at one place only. But manaso javiyaha, it is faster than the mind. Na enad deva apnuvan, no devas can catch. Because Purva Marshati runs so fast that the devatas faculties cannot catch him. Tad dhavata anyanatyeti. In running race, mein, he is faster than anybody other devatas. Tasmin napo matarishwadadati. In him, the space, in the space, the vayu, in the vayu, the other bhutas. Combination is the whole world. Beautiful it is. These seemingly mystic knowledge we have to become familiar with. For that purpose only we are here every day. Slowly it is happening. Okay, so Esha Devaha Pradishonu Sarvaha is equal to the Brahman is everywhere. I am Brahman, therefore I am everywhere. Aham Sarva Vyapakaha. I am not only a one place staying this Sharira. शरीर एक जगह पे, इंद्रियां उसमें है, थोड़ा दूर जाते हैं. मन उसके अंदर है और थोड़ा जुड़ जाता है. बुद्धि उसके अंदर है और थोड़ा जुड़ जाता है. बुद्धि के अंदर जो आत्मा सद वस्तु है वो सारी जगह जा चुका है. इन दैट ओनली एवरी जगह है, एवरी समय है. ऑल टाइम एंड प्लेस आर इन द सेल्फ. नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट? पूर्वोह जातः सर्वस्मातो हिरण्यगर्भ आत्मना. So, in his unmanifest form, he alone is there. And just for the saying sake, we say at all times in all places. In fact, in him, time, place are not there. But व्यवहार के लिए हम कहते हैं भगवान सब जगह सब समय है. Now that Bhagavan when started manifesting, the first manifestation is Hiranyagarbha. That is he only. पूर्वोह जातः सर्वस्मात्. सबसे पहले वही प्रकट हुए हैं हिरण्यगर्भ आत्मना. He is expressing as the Hiranyagarbha at the samashti level. Then what was said? Sau garbhe antaha vartamanaha. And that Paramatma alone is there in the garbha of the Hiranyagarbha. Right? And in the garbha of the Hiranyagarbha, whoever are there, in their garbha again Paramatma alone is there. So sau garbhe antaha vartamanaha. And then from that garbha, when he comes out, who comes out is he only. Saeva jataha shishuhu. So he alone is expressing as that born child of any of the species, isn't it? So the indication is what? He alone is there everywhere as he is, and yet because of some specific powers or shaktis, which we call as Maya, the Samashti is expressed, and from that the Vyashti is expressed, and the process is the Garbhadharana and the Janma ityadi. Garbhadharana and Janma can be understood a little expandedly. Sorry. We know the Garbhadharana and Janma at the Sthula level. But we can understand the Garbhadharana at the Sukshma level also. है ना? Anything in the form of bija is Garbhadharana. So you wanted to make a coffee. So the coffee thought is conceived by us in the mind. तो मन ने मेरा ये कॉफी नामक चीज का धारणा किया है मन रूपी गर्भ में. That's what we have to understand. Then the coffee, when it is made outside, then the coffee prasava has happened. I want to make a house. So in my mana garbha, the house I have to make. That garbhadharana happened. Then with all my efforts in 6 months or so, I see to it that the house is made, the house is delivered. And they'll talk in this language only, English mein. Idea is conceived and it is delivered. They talk like this only, conception and delivery, garbhadharana and prasava. So therefore, when it is said, sa eva jataha, whether it is a child born to any of these species or any thought born in the mind of anyone of any sort, of any action, any perception, it is his expression only. So if I sing a song, if I give a lecture, and if I talk something else, ये सारे मेरे अंतःकरण के नामक गर्भ में भगवान का ही प्रवेश है. And then the delivery is also Bhagavan only. In this way, in the conception, in the expression, everywhere we should be able to visualize that Paramatma Tattva. Now we all have been told 1,000 times so far that we have the practice of seeing the effect. We have never learned the practice of seeing the cause. That's only problem. We have learned the art of seeing everything as the pot, pot, pot. We are not seeing the mud in that. Understood? द वेद आध्यात्मिक साधना यही है. रहन दो वहां इफेक्ट को, हम नहीं छेड़ेंगे. बट सी द कॉज. When the cause of everything is Brahman, develop the vision of seeing the Brahman. So everything is Brahman only. And any day, any small little common sensed person knows that the cause is always greater than effect. And effect comes out of the cause and it goes back into the cause. ये तो सबको पता है. उसमें क्या विशेष बात है? So the ability to see the cause is called as spirituality. So here the cause of everything is Brahman. While saying so, the glory of Brahman is explained. See how he mystically expressing in this world. He expresses as Hiranyagarbha. In the Hiranyagarbha, through Panchamahabhutas, he expresses as Prithvi, Apaha, Teja, Vayu, Akasha, and their combination of Shomanis, Chariras. And within them, again, as the Jiva, he only expresses, as the perception, he only expresses, as the thought, as the knowledge, he only expresses, and he expresses out all of that. So, Eva Jataha. And the very important thing, बहुत सख्त important. What is it? Not only in the past and present, please be prepared. In the future also, sajanishyamanaha. The whole world, what we are seeing now, going to continuously stay as it is. It will be going on like that. Means in the ocean, the waves will keep on coming. For our sake, the waves won't stop. It is we who have to use our intellect and do the vicharana to discover the water while we are seeing the waves. And know that the water is permanent and know that the waves are temporary. With the water, identify, and with the waves, just play. They're coming and going. You are realized. सजनिष्यमाण मतलब ऐसा चलता ही रहता है. दुनिया रुकता नहीं हमारे लिए. हमें दुनिया से परे जाना है. By realizing the substratum. The one who sees the substratum, everything else is superimposed. That superimposed, once you know it as so, it has no influence on us. That's called moksha. Substratum को जानने के कारण सुपर को रियलिटी स्टेटस छोड़ना देना छोड़ देना ही मोक्ष है. After knowing the sand, even though we see the water of that mirage, but still know that it is unreal, that is called moksha, come from that seen water, imagined water. And we don't go for it, that water anymore, जो मिराज में दिखता है पानी. इसी तरह An Atma Jnani finds all his bliss in the Atman. He need not run for anything outside. Running is samsara. So, Eshaha Devaha, he alone is supreme reality. Pradishaha Anusarvaha, all the Mukhya and Upa directions, he alone. Purvoha Jataha is the first expression in the form of Hiranyagarbha. Then Sau Adgarbhe Antaha, within the Hiranyagarbha, whatever is there, he alone is there. Sa Eva Jataha, every time, wherever, whatever is born, whether it is Stula Sharira or any perception और एनी थॉट, एनी टैलेंट, एनी क्रिएटिविटी, जो कोई भी जन्म ले रहा है वो उन्हीं का एक्सप्रेशन है. और सजनिष्यमान इन फ्यूचर हाउ मेनी थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू बी born, we cannot say all of them are he only. है ना? एषः देवः प्रदिशोनु सर्वाः is equal to water. Water is the devata. He is there in all directions in the ocean. So eva jataha. First, that water is alone born as the Hiranyagarbha, that is the ocean, the totality. So water is Brahman, Hiranyagarbha is the ocean. Then Saeva Jataha, from that, sorry, from the ocean, every time whatever the wave is born, bubble is born, ripple is born, tide is born, breaker is born, even the cyclone is born, the depressions are born. Who is born? Every time the water only. Because without the water, none of these can exist. Now, is the end of it? How many are going to come in future? The waves, bubbles, tides, etc. Sajanishyamana. And every time it is water only. See the there is no wave at all because water is substratum. बढ़िया है कि नहीं बात? Very very interesting it is. We talk in the language of waves and bubbles, whereas they are not real. And why is it so? Because we are habituated to that. They are called vasanas. And why we are not hungry water? Because we don't have that knowledge form in us, knowledge remembered in us. एंड हमको व्यवहार में चलता है, इसको वेव कहो बबल कहो, पानी नहीं कहे तो भी चलता है. बट इन संसार ऐसा नहीं चलता. Unless we realize the substratum, we can never get freed from the samsaric problems. Therefore, necessarily in Vedanta, in spiritual unfoldment or in Moksha Marga, Atman has to be known. That's all. In this way, next one is what? Sa garbhe antarvartamanaha sa eva jataha shishuhu. Then sa janishyamanaha abhi. आगे भी वही जन्म लेंगे. So janishyamanaha abhi. Anything which is going to be born tomorrow. An intellectual thought, a mind's emotion, a sense organ's perception, a gross body manifesting through the combination of Panchamahabhutas, that can be of human or anything. He alone is going to be expressing there. Sa janishyamanaha api. Therefore, sa eva sarvascha janan pratyak tishtati. You know, in all the beings, within himself, within that being, as the Pratyak Atma, the innermost self, he alone is there. This let us explain for a minute today. When we say the self is there in me, the two ways of seeing is what? In me means within the Stula Sharira, within the Sukshma Sharira, in that Vijnanamaya Kosha, behind that Drashta, Jnata, Manta, Shrota, behind that Chidabhasa, he is there as Chit Swarupa. So Atyanta Sukshma, he is there. This is one way of saying he is there in me. The other way of saying he is there in me means what? If you take the example of Stula Sharira, in Stula Sharira, how many cells are there? Some millions, trillions are there. Na? So in every cell, he alone is there as the Atman of that cell. I'm talking about Stula Sharira. In the same way, all other Upakaranas of प्राणमय मनोमय विज्ञानमय आनंदमय देखोगे ना, उसमें कण कण में वो व्याप्त है. कण रूप में व्याप्त इज टू से हिज सटलिटी. कण रूप में व्याप्त is a micro, is very subtler than subtle, is a sukshmati sukshma. But at the same time, whatever you see, For every one of them, as the Atman, he alone is there. So भगवान इज देर, सर्वाष्ट जनान प्रत्यंग तिष्ठति को, उसको दोनों तरह से हमको समझना है. वॉट एवर द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ आई एंटरटेन, द सबस्ट्रेटम ऑफ दैट आई के रूप में ही इज देर. And whatever upadhis that are there, as a atma of the every upadhi, he alone is permeating, because he is Satchit Swarupa, and Satchit alone is expressing us all these upadhis. So that way, both we have to understand. So Sarvashta Janan Pratyang Tishtati. Then Sarva Prani Gathani Mukhani Asya Iti. Sarvato Mukha. It's a big topic. It is a more elaboration we'll do tomorrow. The idea is this much: ki for every of the being, he is the mouth. Not only the mouth, all faculties are he only. Therefore, through all the mouths, he alone is eating. All the eyes, he alone is seeing. All the ears, he alone is listening. Not knowing that, as if per one set of upadhis, one individuality is there, we are creating that notion and we are valuing it. And thus, we are differentiating you and I, and in that tu my, other than fighting and suffering, we never have the peace and bliss. Right, friends? This is the beauty of this shloka. This last portion and the next mantra we'll study tomorrow. With that, our this chapter will be over. One more day. Thank you. Om 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 Om. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, friends. Come for listening Gita.